Hey everybody, I'm coming to you today to do somewhat of a collaboration with two of my fellow smaller YouTubers, Brittany Hutchings and CloudGal, Sierra. I will link them both below, but we are all three moms, and it seems that we're all three on a budget. And so we agreed to do a collaboration that would bring forth some affordable products for everybody, and that collaboration is the $50 Face Challenge. So, I mean, you can easily spend $50 on a single eyeshadow palette. So, $50 face is, you know, it can be a stretch, it can be hard. I looked for deals, I found things over the last 2 or 3 weeks, and this is what I put together. So I have a bag full of products. Shout out to Casey Beauty, Columbia, Maryland, great store. They carry all kinds of stuff. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to apply my makeup, and as I do, I will put a price of the item that I'm using. I won't say it in the video because I don't know them all off the top of my head. And then I will also make sure to be totaling as I go. So hopefully that is clear. And if you're interested in this video, make sure you give it a thumbs up. It's a little bit different to do a collaboration, you know, across the country. But you know, I don't have the budget to be flying and seeing everybody and doing collaborations in person, so this will just have to do for now. So give it a thumbs up if you like it. Make sure you visit both of the other gals that are doing this video, and make sure you subscribe to their channels as well because they put out wonderful content too. And also make sure you subscribe to my channel so you don't miss any material or content in the future. Alright, so let's get to it. If you're interested in seeing the $50 face, keep watching. Alright, so honestly I wasn't able to get a primer. I didn't really think about it until I had already spent my allotment and I wasn't willing to give up some items that I got. So the first thing we're going to start with is the LA Girl Pro Coverage HD Definition Foundation. I got this at Casey Beauty. So for anybody who wants some LA Girl who lives in the Maryland area, that's a great place to go. I wasn't able to find it anywhere else, so I was happy when I found it there. So I'm going to apply this with the Beauty Blender. I did not count application products or application tools as part of my cost. So if that's part of it, I apologize, but I did not. So I'm just going to dot this all over my face and then blend it out with the Beauty Blender. That was like 1.5 pumps. That's quite a bit of product for 1.5 pumps. Honestly, I'm really surprised. It feels really, it's really light. Not the color, the consistency is really light. I just assumed it was going to be heavier. So, I'm actually pretty pleased. I'm going to go in with a little bit more in some certain areas that I'm seeing some additional redness, obviously in my cheeks, and up above my brows and my chin. Alright, so I'm having like the breakout of all breakouts, so I'm not surprised, but I am surprised that this foundation is allowing so much to peek through. The Pro Coverage, I would assume just by the name that it was going to be really high coverage, but it's feeling pretty natural on my skin. So we've got that applied. So the next thing I'm going to go in with is the LA Girl Pro Powder High Definition Setting. Comes in a little container like this. It obviously comes with one of these barriers, and then it comes with a little poof. So what I'm gonna do is just take some of this and tap it into the cap, and then grab a powder brush and just go to town. So the next thing we're going to do is go ahead and play with the eyes a little bit. I got the Magnifies eyeshadow by Rimmel, and it is, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 shadows. You can see they're kind of a little bit on the plummy, neutrally plummy kind of side. So I'm going to go ahead and use that to create an eye look today. I'm going to start by just sweeping this kind of neutral shade all over my eyelid. One thing I will say about these shadows, there's a lot of shimmers. I don't know if you noticed, but I put a little bit of foundation on my eyelids because I didn't get an eye primer. So I'm going to take this more shimmery, like taupey brown shade and put that in my crease. I'm just taking the 6th shade in the palette, this kind of pinky champagne color, and just sweeping and packing that on the lid. These are actually really pigmented for $7.99, I think. I think you're getting really good color payoff for the price. So I'm going to take the second to last color in the palette, it's like a dark purple, and just kind of work some of that into the outer V. Smoke it out a little bit. Alright, and now that I've done that, I'm just going to put like this light pink shimmery shade up on the brow bone to highlight, and then we'll blend that through. Ooh, that's pretty frosty. This shade, this palette doesn't really have like a matte highlight. So, and then I'm just going to blend up this darker edge, soften it out. Like I said, I'm actually really impressed with the quality of these shadows given the price tag. So that's all I'm going to do for now. I may bring it back to smoke out the bottom lash line after I put on mascara. But yeah, that's it for now. I'm going to take this Pixie Brow Trio, which this is like, I know for a fact because it's on there, steal of the day, y'all. It was $3 at Target, so it looks like this. So I'm just gonna take my normal MAC, what is this, 206 I think, and I'm going to take this medium shade here, this one, and I'm gonna go in with that. I don't have any brow pomade or brow wax, so we're just going in with the powder to see. Oh yeah, no, that's pretty good pigmentation, so it shouldn't be too bad. This isn't really like my ideal brow style, but it's good in a pinch, you know, it'll work in a pinch. Let it be known, I just gouged my Jeffree Star foundation, or Skin Frost with this end of this pen. Oh my god, with the end of that brush. Lord Jesus, help me. Alright, so let's go ahead. We'll do some contouring. I have the e.l.f. contour palette. And it looks like that. So, I'm going to take Real Techniques brush. I'm going to take the lighter of the two shades down here. I'm going to go in. I'm going to mix the two. Oh yeah, that seems to be working a little bit better. Just to give a little definition. A little bit on the hairline. Otherwise, I tend to look a little too pasty. So I like to add a little bit of color back into my face. So I'm going to take the e.l.f. blush in Fiji. It's the Blush Bronzer Duo. It's a matte blush and bronzer. So we're just going to take, holy cow, yeah, that's pigmented. I'm just going to take that and work it in from the apples up. Really, really beautiful blush. Actually really pleased with this. Alright, and we're going to go back into the contour palette and take this light shade here. We're going to use that for our highlight today. This gives a really nice glow, but because I am the way I am, I'm going to go in with a little bit of that Rimmel end shade and just work that up too, just kind of add another level of dimension. Now we'll take this on the Cupid's bow, down the bridge of the nose. I actually think I like the Rimmel palette even a little bit more for this, so I think it's turning out pretty good, you guys. Okay, so the next thing we're gonna do is I have the Wet n Wild felt tip eyeliner pen. It's called Fine Proline Fine style. So we're just gonna take that and try to create a little bit of a wing. Wish me luck. I would say that turned out a lot better than I was expecting. This was not that hard to use. It did skip a little bit in some of the spots, but it was easy to go back over and make look good. So the next thing is the Wet n Wild Lash Out Loud mascara. As you can see, I haven't even opened it, so I don't even know what it looks like. I don't know how it applies. So again, help me, because these are like the two items, you know, mascara and eyeliner, that can go real south real quick. And you know, especially because you're doing them right at the end of your look. So if it's messed up, sorry. So before I do that though, I am gonna take a little bit of this dark color, this dark taupey sparkly shade thing that I used on my eye. I'm gonna run that across the bottom of the lash line just to smoke it out a bit. I'm gonna take the mascara. Oh, okay, so it has one of those really like skinny bristly wands. I don't know if you can see what it looks like, but it's really rubbery. Alright, so this wand isn't my favorite type of wand. It's one of those really plasticky ones that has the short, rough bristles on it. I do like that it gets thinner at the tip, which makes it really easy to get down at the lower lash line, but overall it's really not my favorite. But it worked, so I think the lashes look pretty good considering that I'm not wearing false lashes. So last thing is lipstick, and I'm gonna go in with the liquid catsuit. This is gonna look absolutely insane now that I, paired up, but I'm gonna go in with the liquid catsuit by Wet n Wild. Everybody who has watched my channel for, since the beginning knows that this is like one of my OG favorite products at this point. So this color though is crazy. It's called, let's see, Oh My Dolly. Rightfully so. All right, everybody, so this is the final look. This is my $50 face. I just want to say, I think this was really fun. I'm on a budget all the time. I'm always looking for good deals, so this is right up my alley. I think that this look turned out really great considering, I think it has a lot of really nice looking finishes for the price. A lot of times people think they can't afford certain kinds of items or that they need to skip on certain kinds of items because it's out of their budget. But honestly, there's quality products in every category on a budget. You just kind of have to look for them. You have to know what stores have the best deals, where you can find them in your area. For me, most of this came from, like I said, KC Beauty, which is one of my new favorite stores, and also from Target. I shopped at Target for probably 90% of this. In my mind, the real star of this is this palette here, the Magnifies Shadows. Hey, look, there's me, by Rimmel. I really think this is a bargain. $7.99, and you're getting 12 shadows, and I can't speak enough about this. The name of this one is London Nudes Calling, which makes sense. It's got those grays, it's got those like purpley tones. The other item that I really liked and enjoyed was this blush. e.l.f. blushes are by far super underrated, and so pigmented, so great. So I think for sure this is definitely one of my favorites. The packaging is really nice. Anybody who knows about e.l.f. obviously is aware of that. So I think that, it's doable. You can make a whole look on a budget. You don't have to go out and buy $50 worth of makeup right away. But like I said, I bought this over 3 or 4 weeks. I think I said 2 or 3 weeks in the beginning, but it's really 3 or 4 weeks when I think about it. So over 3 or 4 weeks, I bought all these items. So, it's like 15 bucks a week, nothing breaking the bank. And everything was super affordable. I think the highest priced item on this table is this foundation. I want to say it was $8.99, and that is the most expensive item, the most expensive single item on this table. So I just really hope that you guys were inspired to shop your local drugstores, big box stores, local beauty supply stores sometimes have really good deals as well. So if you guys really like this video and you'd like to see other videos like this, please let me know. Give me a thumbs up. Check me out on Twitter and Instagram as well. You can always comment there if you are using either one of those platforms. Yeah, so I hope you enjoyed. Thanks so much for watching, you guys. Have a good day.